Hey there everyone, it's Val and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. Alright, I wanted to tell you a little bit what I did off camera. I did some prep work. Hang on just a second, let me bring it up so I can actually see what I'm talking about here. Not enough room on my screen. Alright. Alright, let's see. Claresta, I gave her a piercing shard ice skill. This one. Because it's slightly better than the one that she's getting from the item. So I figured she's using it all the time, I'm going to give her that. Makes sense to me. I also gave her, under Man-at-Arms, Phoenix Dive, which lets her teleport, leaving behind a fire service. So as you can tell, I went shopping. That's why we have things to show you. Alright, Braveheart. I gave him Brachus's axe after sharpening it up. And it looks like it's going to be awesome. So we'll see how it goes. I also gave him, under Man-at-Arms, I gave him Crippling Blow, which looks like it's going to be good. And I also gave him Wind-Up Toy Skill Book. You can't learn it until level 13, but a mechanical bomb that he can control remotely sounds pretty cool. So we're going to try that out. And last but not least, Jahan, I gave him, let's see, just gotta find where feather drop. So he can throw an item or character up high and land it safely on the ground. So we can use that to actually bring items over to us that are too far away with telekinesis, and as well, it will let us move our own guys around without hurting them. Because if we tried to use, the regular teleportation, our guys landing are going to be landing on their asses and won't appreciate it very much at all. Not that I blame them. Alright. So, that's what I did. Now, we have a few guys to talk to in town. This guy, I'm just going to go through what he talks about. I believe we talked to him quite some time ago, and, well, now that we know more about the conduit and what the conduit's been up to, I think it's worth talking to him. As well, he also sells potions, apparently, which I wasn't aware of, or didn't recall. But I think we need to talk to him with Valentine or Braveheart. Here we go. Glorious to see you once more, fair friend. I hope you've given some thought to my revelation. I think only of your eternal soul, after all. Let's see, tell me about yourself. What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring. What revelation do you mean, exactly? You mean you haven't heard? Ah, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has as yet been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye. Okay, so he just says the same thing happening here. Tell me more about this conduit. She came on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life and service to the goddess. What do you mean by the one way? Ah, for this hallowed information you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silver Glen, where all may be revealed. There, among the followers and friends, dwell the goddess's ecstasy, her one way. Yeah. Go on the path of the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
Until we meet again.
No doubt. What makes me wonder about this guy is the fact that, let's see. Yeah, okay, I want to scroll down. Okay, that's not helping us. It's not going to show me in here, is it? Anyway, there was something about some guy being behind a lot of this, and I kind of wonder if it's him. I mean, we don't have that option, you know, to ask him about it, but I'm kind of suspicious of this fella, you know. Alright. Okay, so we also want to talk to the Duke of Farrell here. Let's get away from what's her name, because he had one more thing to tell us. Alright. Alright, so what do you know about Jake's murder? I think we do this, we can tell him... Oh, a fire shield scroll. Leather ring armor. What do you know about Jake's murder? Come to apologize for your baseless accusations? Well, now that the matter's settled, I have no reason not to say it. I hated Jake, the corrupt old goat. And if the cult hadn't gotten to him, I might have done the honors myself. Okay, so that story, the rest of it we've already talked to him about, but that was new.
Until we meet again.
So at least he's admitting he wasn't fond of Jake. Alright. And as it turns out, Jake was an asshat after all, so there you go. Alright, let's look for... I want to talk to Esmeralda. This is... Let's check on the map. Esmeralda's shop. Okay, so we just need to keep going this way. Here we go. Let's go there. Oh, the shop security guard still here, but the extra guy is not here. I think I noticed that last time. Right, so we need to talk to her about Jake.
My friend returns.
Let's discuss your husband's murder. I cannot believe Jake was a sorcerer. What depravities did he commit? Was he planning to use me as a sacrifice? I shudder to think that for years I've lain next to him at night, peacefully sleeping, while his thoughts dwelt on blood and devilish magic. Yeah, it's all about you, isn't it, Esmeralda? Alrighty, well, let's see if she's got anything. You know, I'm wondering if we can dye something purple. I mean, we probably don't need to dye anything purple, but I kind of want to dye something purple. I want to do something frivolous. Oh, and a blank air scroll. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's do something frivolous. We're gonna have
Until we meet again.
have our purchaser talk to her. And yeah, that's a little more reasonable. Let's buy some purple dye. Oops, sorry about that. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm getting a little ahead of myself is all. Old male chaussees. Oral cloth boots of... Oh, that's ones I sold her, right.
Until
Okay.
we meet again.
Alright, let's see. Who would we like to wear purple? See, Valentine... I think Valentine should wear purple, don't you? I mean, red is all well and good, but I think she should wear purple. Let's see if we can actually dye it purple. Actually, it's more of a magenta, isn't it? It's not really... It's more... It's a pink, really. I mean, let's be honest here. Defenses rip road of the... Oh! Valentine. That's quite the outfit you have there. Alrighty, let's get this dyed. Yes! Let's get your clothes back on. Awesome! Cool. Now, I'm just going to make a quick stop to the marketplace down here because I want to check to see if by some good luck we actually have a sextant. I wasn't... You can put a sextant on a bow and it will make it more accurate or something. Anyway, it gives you a bonus. At the time that I was seeing the sextant, we really didn't have that much money to throw around. Now we got a little more money, I'm not seeing the silly sextant, so... Let's see if we can... Alright. Please have a sextant. You don't have a sextant. Well, darn it. A golden grail. It's unique. Well, if I was into collecting unique items, I might do that, but I'm not. So I won't. You do not have a sextant. Alright.
Until we meet again.
That is unfortunate. Let's talk to her. I'm trying to think who else might have a sextant. Of course, if what's that? A debuff all potion. Better not consume this. I wonder why you would want that. Can you put it on a weapon? I'm not sure. Okay. So you can see some of the miscellaneous stuff. See if there's anything exciting. Blacksmithing +1. Not so much. Already have something with blacksmithing on it. Lore Master. That has Lore Master on it. That is actually very tempting. Copper Amulet of Bartering. Okay, let me just see what my guys have here.
Until we meet again.
Okay, that one already has bartering on it, so I'm not going to worry about that. Lore, does this have... That already has Lore Master on it. Alrighty. Never mind then. Let's see. The other place that we might find potentially something useful is at the cook's house. I think this is the right place here. The quartermaster upstairs might have something. Alrighty, let's talk to this person. That is tempting. The heck? Old Elven Shield. That looks awesome. Plain old sarong. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. A steel crossbow. No, nothing that I was hoping to find, though. Okay. Darn it.
Until we meet again.
Alrighty, yes. Another thing that I did, off camera, was I did go through Thelrin's clinic to see if there was anything really exciting in there. And I was going to show you it in situ if it was in fact exciting. Unfortunately, there was nothing much exciting there. The only things that were of any real interest was Evelyn's backpack, which I somehow missed seeing before, which had a key to Evelyn's house in it, which we don't really need anymore because, well, we broke down the door. However, I am going to keep the backpack. That's going to be of use. An ink pot, which is an ingredient we can use. A blank earth scroll. We have a book, The Absence of the Seven Gods, which I think we've read before, but I'm going to read it again just to make sure. The absence of the seven gods. Nobody knows for certain why the gods left Rivellon. We cannot say for sure when they left, but estimations place it nearly 2,000 years ago. Wise folk from all over the country have studied this exodus of the gods. While the priests believe that the gods are still among us and watch over us unseen so that they might judge us by our deeds, some scholars believe the gods never existed and are nothing more than fables. And we had this other book, The Coming of the Divine. In the event of the Divine One's return, let's turn the page. According to prophecy, the Divine One will lead our people into a better world. But what will this new world look like? I have read nearly all text regarding Reuben Farrell, the author of the prophecy, and the more I study his words, the more inconsistencies I find. What kind of person would this Divine One be? Will every living being see his vision for the new world, or will the Divine One select individuals? According to prophecy, the Divine One will destroy all evil. How can lovers of creation advocate for the destruction? Can the Divine One really distinguish between good and evil? Or will he choose what is evil according to a preset moral code? So I found those two books in conjunction kind of interesting. And something that actually makes me curious. We've been finding out hints about the fact that Braveheart and Valentine, well, if they weren't gods, they were something dang close to it, and that somehow they became mortal again. And I kind of wonder if they're two of the seven gods that left 2,000 years ago. And maybe that's why they became missing? But maybe they weren't gods at all. Maybe they were, demigods, or... I just find it interesting, so just thought I'd mention those things. So let's just put these things away. This is a blank earth scroll. I don't think I have any other blank earth scrolls. No, okay. But that does go in that bag. And the ink pot might actually go in that bag too. Yeah, let's put the ink pot in there too. Because it is kind of related to scrolls and whatnot, I suspect. And so now we can just sort this again. I found a bunch of buckets as well, which I grabbed. Not that I've really been using them, aside from filling them with milk. Alright, so let's just sort them by type. There we go. So now she has another backpack. And, or I might give it to Braveheart, we'll see. In any case, let's save this. Now that I've gone and talked to everybody. Right, so the next thing on our to-do list has to do with that Mortician's hut. We now have the key for it that we found. Let's see. Oh, actually, I wanted to mention one other thing. There was that locked chest with that purple magical lock in Brachus's area. Apparently, you need to use an unlock scroll on that. We do get a key for it much later, but apparently what is in that chest is more suited for our current levels, and actually slightly under our current levels. So I think I'm not going to bother with trying to get it, because the only...
Greetings! These stores are full of
the only locked chest or unlocked scroll that we can get right now is in Aru's study, and I don't want to steal from him. And in fact, you can't learn the unlock skill for whatever reason. So yeah, we're just gonna skip that particular chest. Now, there is a dilemma that I'm going to talk about in a minute after we go to the Mortician's hut. Because I did look into the other locked chests that we have on this map that I have been unable to unlock. And, well, there is a way to unlock them. But, yeah. Okay, so this is the Cyseal Church. That's the Mortician's hut. I think this is the nearest one, Cyseal East. Actually, let me get my mouse running here so that we can actually see stuff that we've dropped on the ground. There we go. And let's just test it by dropping something like a bucket. There we go. Alrighty. Let's unchain Val so she's the only one going in there. Kinda wondering if there's any traps. Probably not, but you know, you just don't know. Oh. Wonder what you do. That looks like a trap to me, doesn't it? Okay. Can Val teleport? I think no, but Braveheart can teleport. Target is out of sight. Alright, cancel. So everybody come over here. No, no, no! Crap. Valentine! Dang it! Trying to... Well, that failed miserably. I don't think he can teleport there now. Dang it. Might not have been able to teleport there anyway. But... target site is blocked. Okay. Alright, come here. Come here then. Valentine, you really disappointed me there. Really now. Alright. I'm hoping this is going to stop some of this. Apparently not. Okay. What if we... Oh, that's a flare. Let's try a burning blaze. I want to see if we can burn away this water. No, we cannot. All we did was make it something that's burning. That's fantastic. Well, I just want to see if we can get rid of the water in certain areas this way. Because she does have protection from fire. Not really. Well, don't know if that water's coming back or not. Let's do some more. Because in theory, if we can get rid of the water, then that lightning thing hitting the ground is not going to cause as much problem. In theory. Because the water does not appear to be coming back. Alright. We'll see how this works. Let's see. Valentine. What do you have protection against? Absorb half of all physical damage dealt. Immune to burning. No. Okay, so she's already... Why is she hurt? She hasn't even gone in there yet. Alright.
I thought this shack would be abandoned, but it seems to be recently used.
Letter addressed to Thelrian. Okay. Okay. This is good. Lovely. Dark magic scours the battlefield and resurrects a long-dead soldier. Don't know if we really want to do witchcraft. I'm still torn about that. Letter addressed to there seems to be a few letters. Thelrian's diary. Okay, we're in there. A wooden figurine. skull, broad skull. Take the flask. Take the nails. Open this. That's locked. Thalrin's secret chest. So this is Thalrin's, kind of his hidey hole. Oh, penny bun mushroom. I'll take that. Folded shirts. Don't really want that. I wanted to move it in case there was something underneath it. No. Okay. Empty bottles. Cupboard. Okay, we can't open that? Okay. Let's get the sort of overhead view. Don't need the bottles. Just looking to see if there's any other chair. So there's just this. We already looked in there. Okay, I think we have everything we can pick up. We just need to figure out how to open that chest. So let's see if what we found here is going to tell us anything. Alrighty. I'm going to give this to her. I'm not sure if I'm going to have her do that yet or not, so... let's put these away. You can have that. Butter knife can be sold. Wooden figurine. Alright, the brew. Just gonna drop that. Clothes. Well, we can sell. No, let's just drop that. Alright, we'll give that to him and we'll look in a minute. So we got 2 letters addressed to Thalrin. Okay, let's read those first. Thalrin, I'm sending you a new apprentice. She's more powerful than you by tenfold, but appearances are appearances, and I don't want to raise a single eyebrow. Do not deviate, Doctor, or you may find yourself in a rather unfortunate situation indeed. Brachus Brax will see the light of day once more. You will serve so that he may serve, she who is greater than us all. Signed, the Conduit. Through her blood, her power flows. Through blood, her triumph grows. Alright. So what's this one? To the good Dr. Thalrin. You have denied my divinity, but you were wise not to deny my power. I wait eagerly for the results of your search. Patience, however, has never particularly become me. I expect that finding Brachus Rex would have been a matter of weeks, not months, for a researcher as practiced as yourself. I have left you with bloodstones of such power that reviving him sufficiently to answer a simple query should hardly have been a problem. I hope I won't regret entrusting this to you, Doctor. Signed, the Conduit of the Goddess. Okay, let's give those to Braveheart to hang on to. Thalrin's Diary. 9 Adventurous. My research continues to weave down interesting and long-forgotten paths. Night after night, I find myself drawn into esoteric tomes, convinced, perhaps foolishly, that one will yield the kernel I need. The eternal secret. If it is to be found, I will find it. 22 Adventurous. A monumental day. In my searching, I uncovered a tome containing the arcane mythology of those wretched sorcerer kings who nearly undid all of Rivellon. These myths, once widely believed by credulous peasants, have long been dismissed and discredited. Still, I promised myself that I'd leave no stone unturned in my pursuit of knowledge. The volume looked as though it received the same treatment as the barbaric King Brachus, whipped, burned, left to dangle in the wind, and hastily buried. Is that what he happened to him? Lovely. No wonder he had fire aspects to him when he was resurrected. The tome, the Book of the Immaculates, it's called, claimed most insistently that starstone, a petty crystal, could be imbued with the essence of life and used to heal men, even those teetering on the brink of death. At first I dismissed the proclamation as superstition. Still, as the hours wore on, the idea began to seem less and less ridiculous. These stones, mere shards most often, appear in more than one mythology. Here the fallen tears of the Almighty, here the rejected stars of the cosmos. No matter the fiction, they always seem to retain some otherworldly origin. Fortunately, a starstone was hardly difficult to come by. I wrenched a shard the length of my finger from an old dagger passed down to me by generations of Hashnitors before me. I inspected it closely, but still no special properties appeared to my naked eye. The book's instructions were clear enough, and I followed them exactly. It was no pleasure to slit the throat of one of Bertia's panicked roosters, but when I held in my hand a starstone turned from a dull blue to a deep swirling red, a stone that seemed to throb alive in my very hand, the discomfort of the sacrifice vanished entirely. Bloodstone. 15th Junar. I'm not too modest to say my renown has spread far. Who else can heal the sick, the wounded, the nearly dead within a matter of minutes? Who else can return the spirit of life to a vessel nearly undone? And what about a vessel that has been undone? Though I have yet to make the attempt, I grow curious about the stone's true power. If it can heal wounds of every make and manner, might it also heal the ultimate wound? Might it also reverse death? Even now, as I write, her smoke and spices haunt me. Malia calls to me. She wants to come home. 20 Junar. A strange guest has joined me. She said she knew of my method and that she, messenger of the goddess, could help me achieve new heights of healing, as long as I promised to serve her. Naturally, my first guess was that she'd been touched by madness. Me? Serve some false prophet? Unlikely. But despite her claims, the woman, calling herself the conduit, does seem to know how to manipulate bloodstone in astounding ways. On her first night here, she took me at midnight to a forgotten cemetery outside Cyseal's walls. I carried the shovel, she the bloodstone. Before morning's first light, and to my amazement, she had raised a long-decayed skeleton into a walking automaton. The creature was grotesque, no more alive now than it had been for the last 100 years, but animated nonetheless. I must wonder, after what I've seen, if this mysterious stranger might hold the key I've been looking for. Life after death. Life beyond death. The idea has set my mind ablaze. 20 Vernus. She has promised me everything. That is to say, the only thing I have ever wanted. The conduit says that she knows the secret to reanimating... Ooh, no. Oh, what am I doing here? The conduit says that she knows the secret to reanimating a corpse, not only with life, but with soul. She knows I would do anything to earn this information, but since I would not be fooled by her little act as some goddess's messenger, she has asked me to earn her secret in another way. I have now labored for the conduit a full month, and have made surprising headway towards fulfilling her request. Soon enough, my end of the bargain will be complete, And then will come hers. 27 Vernus. The path that leads towards Brachus Rex is terrible and twisted, fraught with fiends, each more horrible than the last. But I seek them each by each, and I raise them one by one, and every second I stare into their vile, hell-sent face brings me closer to him. I will speak to the Source King. I will wrench from him the secret the conduit so craves, and when I present it to her, she will give me what I desire. 5 Vernus. How could it be the year has passed? How could I have been so close to finding Brachus Rex, yet so impossibly far from him? How long must Cyseal suffer the plague of undead I've unleashed upon their doors in my pursuit? The conduit has grown impatient, and sent her watchdog Evelyn to make sure I'm adhering to my promise. The daggers she sets upon me with her every gaze will hardly hasten my progress. I am as desperate as anyone to raise the Source King.
How could that kindly doctor have gotten entangled in necromancy? I've got to confront Teleron.
It's too late. We already did that. I guess this assumes maybe you broke down the door. But we went and we got the key first, so... Huh. Can we use that? I can't remember if that's an ingredient. Hang on here. Okay, so we didn't really learn anything new. We haven't learned how to open this chest either. There we go. I want one needle, please. Actually, well, I guess we'll have all the needles. One, please. There we go. An inert food. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Oop. Why did I do that? So I'm just wondering here. I wonder if we can break into this chest. It's a level 5. It's a secret chest. I hope we don't destroy anything. But... just turn that off. Don't want that clothing. Thank you very much. Oh, he was gonna look at this. Requires strength 8. Let's have her look at that. More armor, but with all those bonuses on it, I don't really want to. Okay. Clarista. Smack that, please. Unset lender to the conduit. Awesome. Okay. Let's take all these things. And identify it's wrong. Well, let's identify it. Intelligence +1. Earth resistance and poison resistance. Identify that. Constitution, armor specialist, and sight. Alright, so we'll give it to him to look at. I guess that's better than what she's wearing. So let's give... give this to... Let's see what everybody else is wearing here. Alright. Constitution. He has leadership +1. Insight. Alright, let's have him equip that one then. We'll give this one to her. What the heck? How did she... Did I sell hers somehow? I hate when that happens. I'm just glad we got an extra hat then. Jeez. Alright, so hats have been distributed. So he has a plain sarong on. And so what does willpower do? Willpower does... Willpower. Where... I don't see willpower. Am I just blind? Oh, is it one of these? Ah, there we go. Effects... Saving throws against magical... Sure, okay, that sounds good. Let's equip that. That leaves the plain one. We'll let you look at the plain one. What have you got? You've got a magic one, okay. How about you? You've got a magic one as well. And of course you do as well. So we'll let her just sell that. Alrighty, so let's just attach everybody again. Well, maybe not. Nope. Unattach. Unattach! No! Quit! Hey. Okay, I'll have to do it outside because it's apparently screwing up here. Alrighty! So we've got those things sorted out. Let's read the thing that we got. Unset letter to the conduit. To the conduit of the goddess, or however you prefer to call yourself. It has taken some time, but I have nearly fulfilled my promise. Brachus Rex has been located, and I am prepared to restore him. Once I've acquired the information you seek, I will write to you immediately. If you desire to return to his remains, you'll need to know the way. Here's what you must do. Enter the ancient church in the outskirts of Cyseal. On 4 of its walls, you'll find 4 unique paintings. Lift these and press the buttons beneath. This will move the altar in the middle of the flooring far enough for you to enter the lair below. Once inside, your amulet will be sufficient to deactivate the barrier. Enter the door within, and Brachus Rex will await you. Until we speak again, Dr. Thelerion Hashnator. Yeah... Things went awry. Alright. Alright, you are gonna go out first. Oh, you can go out without activating it. You just have to go in a specific manner. Don't really care now that it's on. Alright. Oops. Nope. There. Connect. Alrighty. I guess if we'd broken in here, we would have gotten all that information ahead of time, but we didn't. Next. We still have to do something about that the wells that need help, but That sounds strange to say. Wells that need help, but the wells... We haven't found the clue, the other way into that realm that's gonna do anything, so... I don't think we can do anything further with that at this point in time. So let's just take a look at the log. Okay, so the Source Hunter's journey, of course, that's the long stretching quest. We aren't finishing that. Find the witch. Well, we did that. Or we're going to do that. A ruse failed experiment. We killed all the undead in the cave and managed to save all the men fighting them. They said they prevail upon the Legion for treatment. Oh, so we'll have to maybe look around in the town for that. The Wishing Brother, that has to do with the Wishing Wells. The Legionnaire's Will. Okay, so that's Silver Glen. And Charmed, I'm sure. Okay, so that kind of sounds like we still have these two to do something with here before we leave. Alright. I guess what we'll do is we'll go to the North Gate, which I guess this is Cyseal South Beach? No, let's go to the Cyseal Harbor, and we'll see if we can advance those two further. So that's in here. Don't know if the legions are in here, legionnaires that we're healing, but we'll have a look. Oh, that one's locked. That's the warehouse. Okay. Just save. Let's just talk to these guys again. See what's up.
My friend Richard.
You caused enough distractions, I think. Oh, surely not. I like causing distractions. Because I'm constantly distracted myself.
Until we meet again.
Alrighty, so that's Florius. Let's talk
My
to him.
friend returns.
That old spoil sport Horatius can gripe all he wants. I won't let him affect my disposition. No, sir. He just has old laced scale armor. Interesting.
Until we meet again.
Okay, let's talk to Sergeant.
My friend Richard.
Salutations, Source Hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, good protectors of this House of Legion goods. Tell me about yourself. Let's see, do you have anything worth purchasing? Ew. It's expensive. But nice. Oh, what do we got? Headstrong sword. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Intelligence, willpower, bodybuilding. What's this? Speed and telekinesis. Well, she has telekinesis on both of them. I'm looking at this. That's expensive, though. Well, let's talk to him, and then we'll have Clarissa talk to him, and I'll decide if I'm going to blow some money on that or not. Tell me about yourself. What's in that room exactly? This is a storing house for Legion supplies, perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation, and I, Sergeant Curtis, have been trusted to Curtis.
Until we meet again.
That's fabulous. Who the devil are you? I'm the person who's going to spend money here, potentially. Alright, let's sell these things. Right. Oh, really? That's nice. That is also very nice. But I really think I want this. It is expensive, but I really think I want it. The boots are also very nice. Yeah, that's... Oh. Do I I really want to spend that money? Because I actually want it for Claresta. Because the intelligence will help the magic that she does. The willpower. The bodybuilding, of course, will help when she's doing her melee stuff. So it's really for her. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah.
Until we meet again.
That is just too nice to pass up. And we do have the money for it. Alright, so her old one had willpower as well, but it pretty much, it's an upgrade to what she was wearing. So we can probably sell him this. Because I don't think anybody else needs that. Well, actually, that's better than the one he's wearing, so let's equip that. I'm pretty sure he has a better one for him. Intelligence and willpower. And probably Val as well. Yeah. Alright, let's sell that. You want that? Thank you, I'll take a little bit of her money back. A little bit. Okay.
Until we meet again.
Okay, so that's Florius. Okay, so it's just storerooms. Oh, let's get Valentine. Just wondering if there's something else we could do here. Yeah. Oh!
And they might have lived if we hadn't intervened.
Oh.
My friend returned.
If I don't start earning an extra gold with
Those fools are dead. I knew that she-beast would bring disaster. What happened? Oh. Yeah, we intervened and we... Okay, yeah, we made... let's see what you have to sell while I contemplate things. But, I mean, he already had him charmed anyway. Like, the soldier had the lady charmed, the lady orc. And it was going to wear off sometime, so if he hadn't intervened, yeah. Well, what could you do? If the guy was silly enough to think that charming her would mean that she'd love him forever, then, well, he was probably going to have something else happen to him in the future. But maybe not. Yeah, we bear some responsibility. You are right, Braveheart. What happened to the soldiers who were standing outside this warehouse? It was that orc. She snapped, grabbed them, popped their necks, and then ran out of here like a wild beast. I'm only grateful she didn't notice me standing here. Can you imagine? Tell me about yourself. Eek! Oh, sorry, I thought you were a zombie. Can never be too sure these days. I think I might have told her about this other stuff, but I'm just going to go through them all. Tell me about Cyseal. Never imagined that finding a quarter-pound of moldy, moth-eaten flour would be a cause for celebration in this city. How things have changed. What do you know about the undead plague? Yeah, don't think I've read this before. Praise be that Aru the wizard had the wits about him to build those newfangled weapons of his, or Cyseal would have been the very throne of decay by now. Because of him, life here is almost bearable again, despite the Walking Dead. Though it's rather eerie and perplexing at the same time to think about how quickly one adjusts to great dangers when a handful of guardians hold them at bay. What do you know about the Fabulous Five? The heroes of the town single-handedly wiped out Aru's death machine in the northern cave, I heard. Ah, lucky we were to play host to such valuable guests. They didn't do that. Never mind. Tell me about the Legion. I think some of us nativists forget how grim things were before the Legion stepped in. No fortifications, nothing stopping a deranged zombie from snatching your feet from out from under you. All people notice these days is that things have been mostly static for the last 2 years. Can you tell me about the orcs? Though I don't doubt that even the orcs are so dumb-witted as to want to seize control of a half-dead city flanked by an incorrigible plague of skeletons, but else could explain that barbarous assault on the harbor. What have you heard about Councillor Jake's murder? Guess they better leave Lady Esmeralda alone, hadn't they? It was the White Witch from start to finish. So, what's the latest gossip? Far as I'm concerned, Aru's wasting his time with those skeletons to the north. The orcs are the real threat, they just don't know when to cry uncle. At this rate, we'll be facing a trickle of bloodthirsty sorties for the rest of our days. So, are the orcs still attacking, I guess? So that's it, I guess.
Until we meet again.